let's sort of talk about the most dreaded word in family business. What word do you think that is, Rick?
I can think of a few.
It starts with a D.
The D word.
The D word.
Divorce.
Ah, there you go. That's what we want to talk about. You know, it's really fascinating when you're dealing with family businesses.
I was going to say depreciation, but
well, depreciation's there. Disability. The nice thing with
depression.
That's in there too.
There you go. You know, or death, which you don't have to worry about because after that happens, you're no longer part of the problem.
That's
so,
right.
no, the interesting thing is divorce because no one really wants to deal with it or talk about it. But it's probably, you know, the stats are out there, and it usually varies between 1/3 and 1/2 of all marriages end up in divorce. It's not a positive or a negative, it's just one of those it is what it is kind of things. But it's very interesting. You know, people buy life insurance because they're worried they're going to die. They buy disability insurance if they can afford it because they know that your odds of becoming disabled are actually much higher during your family business time than you're going to die. But they sort of leave divorce and planning for that in the background. And it gets very interesting and very complex, but in a variety of different ways. The first area you want to talk about is just planning in advance. Everyone says, you know, well, what can you do? Well, first of all, you got to pay attention to the fact that given the stats, given the odds, you've got a very high likelihood that for better or worse, man or woman, you're going to end up not being with the person who you're married to. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So what do you need to do from the family business side? Well, first of all, you got to think about another fact. It may not be you. Remember, you're in a family business with others. You're going to have investors, you've got other family members and the like. They may get divorced. So it's very interesting to plan ahead with this when you don't know whose ox is going to get gored, and start planning on the people. Now, what lawyers frequently do, and I'm going to beat up our own profession here, Mark, for a little bit, is they say, oh, we'll just do a right of first refusal, so if it happens, you can always buy back the shares. Well, that doesn't work, because when you have to do it, you don't have the cash, or you may not be able to do it, or the other investors may not want to have it happen, and you basically have now strapped the company down.